Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of ScaleD. My name is Bogdan and this time we're coming to you from the Netherlands, covering this year's edition of Modelshow Europe. People are just starting to arrive, they need to build up their models. I need to do that too, so see you in a bit. And she's done. We're gonna have a look on the show, but first we're gonna kick things off with a quick interview with Willem. He's the man behind the show. So Willem, first of all, thanks for having us today here.
Happy to have you here.
Me also with Mack Trucks. It's my first year at the model show. I know you have a lot on your mind right now, so we'll try to keep the interview short. This is the 28th edition of the show.
28 years, yeah.
Tell us something about its history. How did it start and how did it evolve?
It started 28 years ago with a small show, about 20 tables. I was participated of the show. I don't organize it that time. And well, it's been through a lot of places in the Netherlands. We see a lot of different places where we have it. It's growing till the last 5 years here in Ede. It's a beautiful location. It's a beautiful place to see. And I take it over last year, the show. The guy who organized it always had a problem with his health, and well, I do also a big show in Amsterdam every year. So they asked me if I want to take it over, and I jump in it. And this is the first time I really do it myself, and it's a very busy show with a lot of beautiful things.
I can say you did a great job.
Yeah, you must see it and you know it, eh?
Yeah. The show is just about cranes, trucks, earth movers.
Well, the important is trucks, cranes, heavy haulage, diggers, and no show trucks. You know, it must be hand built and special.
Was the show focused on this type of models from the beginning, or did this just evolve over the years?
Well, there are a lot of shows with normal models, but you know, always small. But this is a special show. You see here big cranes, big bulldozers, and like you bring one from Romania, you see on the other side you see one, and there are so much different kind of things. And if you be here, you can see that a lot of people busy with their hobby.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable what sometimes people make. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons. And most of the time I have no time to look around. Now today, the first time I go look around a little bit, you know, and then you see it's unbelievable.
Because of this focusing on this group of the models, I think the community is much closer together, and the people that show their models here came to know each other over the years. Can you tell us some words about the community?
The community, now listen, it's not so a big community. Say the community in Holland is about 2,000-3,000 people, but that's a big group, because you have normal shows in Holland like swap meets, and if the big companies bring out models, everybody wants it. Yeah, but for this show, they keep the models always special, because everybody come here to buy the models. You know, that's a little bit the same. They try to do everything.
You have a lot of exhibitors that come here each year. Could you give us a percentage on how many recurring exhibitors you have compared to first-timers like me?
We have, I think, about 70%
recurring
coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're going to be older also, you know. There's some falling off, some new coming, and about 20 to 30% new ones.
Okay. Happy to be one of them this year?
Yeah, you're one of them now. Well, because a show like this, you cannot tell somebody on the phone or in the paper. You must see it.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what you do now.
We'll try to cover it as good as possible, but it's really different to see it live. No matter how good the video is, live is completely different. How many models are showcased this year? Could you give us some rough numbers?
Well, how many models? We have about, say about 700 tables with show models. If you set some 1500 meter and some have 500 meter. But I think you have about between 7,000 and 8,000 models on the whole show.
Nice number.
I think maybe more. But I can say 10,000, but I think between 7 and 8, that's okay.
As the Modelshow Europe is more focused in terms of the models that you have,
yeah,
compared to a general show where we have a broad range of model types. Thus you have a narrower but more dedicated group of exhibitors, of visitors, generally all the community. Does this make it easier or more difficult to organize the show in terms of sponsors, exhibitors?
We have no sponsors. We have one sponsor, but it's a little sponsor, because they don't sponsor it because people want to pay to go inside. But we have some sponsors like Notenboom and Mammoet. They help us because they want to put the name on the car and the stamps and everything. So there's a little bit. But the people who pay us are the people who are coming in and the people who are coming to sell stuff.
Could you tell us some words about the exhibitors that take part this year? The commercial exhibitors?
Well, we have about 70 exhibitors.
70 exhibitors.
No, about 70 people who are selling stuff, and we have about more than 500-600 people who are showing stuff.
No, the guys that are selling.
Yeah, the selling is about 70 companies. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to keep you busy.
Thank you.
A lot. Thanks a lot for the short interview.
But I'm happy you've been here and.
Thank you very much. Guys, this was Willem. Without his dedication and passion, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me something about it.
I built it from 2010, and I'm a truck driver, so I have not much time to build it. So it's not finished. It's the interior is not finished. It's I think 2 years, 2.5 years. Then hopefully he's ready. It's all alu and glue.
You designed it?
No, to design it, I have a drawing on the side of this truck and pictures.
What scale?
It's 1:8.
And it will be RC controlled?
Yes, everything is working. The lights, everything.
I used this book as inspiration, especially this picture. That was the inspiration to make it longer, and I can make a combination of more than 2 meters.
How long you worked on the truck?
Well, a couple of years now, but not every evening.
From an original company. The drawing on the backside was from a friend of mine, and we built it I think 2 years ago, and I use it now for driving in our own club. We have a new clubhouse also, and there we drive around sometimes on a Friday evening, and we come to the fairs like here with my colleagues. Now I have a program to make my own drawings, and I want to build the same like this one.
How many trucks do you have?
This one that's driving. The second one is the Mercedes SLT, the big heavy rig, and I want to build the low roader for it, and then I want to build a crane like yours.
Thank you very much.
Because I also am a crane driver. I work with tower cranes. I have a mobile tower crane of my company where I work with, and there comes the passion from the cranes. So I hope to build one someday.
I've just one truck. It's all electronic. There's no hydraulics, or all electronic. I built it myself with metal. Design from Palfinger, lock crane. We look on the internet. We find some pages with pictures of it. So I made it all by at evening and some Saturdays. When I have a day off, then I make this kind of things. 3-4 years, totally build it, but not all the time. In the summertime not so much, but in the wintertime I like to do it a lot.
When did your passion for trucks started? When did you find your passion for them?
I get it from my brother. He also built the trucks, and then I started to try it, and I really like it.
How long it took you to build it?
Only the truck takes 1 year, and this one I think a half year to build it. A truck drive in the Netherlands for real. It's building one of one. In Holland it's a big sport. This kind of trucks. There are 80 or 100 trucks. They drive in the summer. They pooling the truck. See which truck, how far they come.
Behind me you can see the RC area, very detailed playground. Hello guys, I want to present you a really interesting build. It's one of the most amazing cranes right here. It's a model of a Liebherr LR 11200, and it was built by Mr. Jan here, and we have his grandson Tom. He's going to tell us a few words about the crane.
This model is built in 2002, and it has a time of 12 years before it's done.
12 years guys, 12 years building time.
The crane weighs 570 kilo, and the height is 6.5 meters.
Tell us something about the control of the crane.
The control is in that control room right over there, and we have a seat at the control room, and with the seat we can look about at the whole crane.
So it's a play seat, a really crane play seat.
Yeah, a king seat.
Tell us what was really difficult to build on the crane, to take from the real crane and build in model.
The turntable, the crane is turning model, that was the most difficult to build.
Let's have a more detailed look on the model, and then we'll show you a preview of Jan's new model that he's working on. It's a work in progress model of a walking drag line.
This one, the real one of one, is built it in 1982, and I am building now the same one of 50, and I'm now on 1 year on building. on this Marion, and the walking that's working, and I hope now in 5th year he's ready. Well, almost.
Thank you very much for your time. Yes. We're gonna leave you enjoy your model and enjoy the show. Here we have a AC 1300 telescopic crane. The model weighs around 110 kilos. Everything is hydraulic. The chassis and the superstructure have 2 different hydraulic systems. On the lower part, the steering, suspension, outriggers, everything is driven hydraulic. The builder Marcus told us he worked around 12 years at the model. Again, another crane with 12 years, so we had also the other one. Not fully set up. We only have it in a telescope version. You can see the jib behind the crane. The telescopic boom is around 4 plus around 5 meters jib. Here at the Lego stand. Dennis Bosman is next to me. So Dennis, thanks for being here at the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You brought your new model.
Yep.
I don't know what can you tell us about the new one and the rest of the models here?
What I could tell about the new one is that, well, just like what I'm doing past tens of years, it builds just scale to 1 to 13. This time I moved up to 1 to 17. Truck which is more drivable than what I used to do.
More playable.
Yeah, more playable. It's inspired by some colleagues of mine, friends of mine, like Ingmar Spijkhoven and Jaap Kroon, also known as Jaap Technic. But I gave it my own signature. Just wanted to have my own model, which is drivable, steer axles, but just as with the original one, just has the good looks. I think it has. I think it has the good looks. I spent a lot of time on detailing it. It did cost me a lot of time, but I think that's the truth of my signature. It really has to be like the real thing. And with the other stuff, well, I brought some older stuff with me. Well, this is quite new as well. This one's older. I have it already for, I think, 6 years. We shaped it a bit, removing stars because it should be smooth. And I think the layout is a nice attention. Nice addition as well to the models. Spend more time on layouts than on the trucks itself. And what do we have here? We have really a lot of models and good friends of mine. Caterpillar, which is very nice, also really remote controlled, very good. This guy first had a really huge one, I think a scale 1 to 10.
I know it from
this one's scaled down a bit. And well, this one is quite known, well the design is quite known as Ingmar Spijkhoven's. A friend of mine built a new one, his own signature, in his own color scheme, his own livery. Next one, well, the other Dennis, also very well known on the internet, also inspiring a lot of people. He's actually the guy who started with chrome details in trucks, really customized details, and yeah, it's really great at. You see in the scene a lot of people are tending to do the same, but he is really the originator of these kind of models. US trucks, cars, etc. Also his new one, it's not a truck, but will be displayed soon. And typically Dutch, well, it's VDL. It's a construction company for like this type of container systems. It's originated in the Netherlands, also remote controlled, with some customized details as well, because the hook arm is really non-Lego. We use Lego as really the standard material, but sometimes you have some issues you're coping with, you have to do it a little bit different. Jaap Kroons, well, quite well known now with actors with nose-bound set frame trailer, motorized. Instructions available for sale, of course, on his website, and a lot of people building one already.
Description if you want to see the instructions for the truck.
Okay, very massive model. It's the Liebherr mobile crane. I think this is the LTM 1750. Yeah, second one he built. The one before was from an American company. He sold it. He wanted to have a second one, a Dutch crane hirer. But in this case, it's drivable, steered. Most of the axles are steered. Some customized details, like the rims to put the tires on it, non-Lego tires. Well, he's new at this event, but I know this builder already for a couple of years. Designer Han. His name is also quite well known in the scene. His focus really is Technic, really good motorized models with a lot of functionality, and he usually uses really the standard Technic elements to build his own, in this case, articulated truck. Very nice. Now we come with the Mack specialist. This guy is really into Mack Trucks and cab-over engines. It's one of his latest. It's Mack cab-over engine. They also have a very nice blue one, which is very famous in the Netherlands. Another one, it's quite an old one, Mack Superliner, also very nice. Nice details.
You can see that the building techniques evolved over the years.
Yeah.
You can still see it's a little older model.
This one is really a bit older. I think he has it for about 6 or 7 years. You see the studs on top, and he still hasn't finished the model because he needs to add some really nice chrome details. He already started with it, but the wheel arches need to be in chrome as well. Australian one. Nice Australian Mack with a huge bull bar, huge trailer, hasn't finished yet. You can wider the trailer. If the axles are steered, I'm not sure, but this one is too heavy to drive with. And the last one on the table, the huge MAN TGX V8 engine, has a huge trailer. Well, it's extendable. Normally has a windmill blade on it for about 2.5 meters. He didn't took it with him because we're short in space today. So this is a nice setup. And last but not least, we also have this nice, kind of layout with remote control trucks. Different species of trailers, trucks, units. You can all drive and steer. And maybe it's nice to give some short demonstration how it works.
Dennis, this is not your first edition of the Modelshow Europe. You've been coming here for quite some time. Is it
25 already.
25 years?
I'm kind of veteran, but not that aged, but I'm a veteran in this area.
It's the 28th edition of the show and it's been coming for 25 years. What do you think about this year's expo?
It's quite crowded because I've been here a lot of times, of course, and last year, well, kind of visitors, not really a lot, I think, but this year is good. A lot of people around, a lot of nice chats, a lot of nice interest. It's a good show.
Well, Dennis, thank you very much for your time.
Very nice to meet you.
Now you have a face behind one of the most prolific builders in the industry. So, and we'll see you next year.
Okay, thank you.
So guys, this was our coverage from the 2019 Modelshow Europe. I hope you enjoyed the video. We tried to cover as much as we could during the one day of the expo. I also had to be here with my model during the day. So I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one. Everything is awesome.